Welcome back. The alleged rapes that happened on the campus of LaSalle University raised the question why so many women are sexually assaulted on campus. We're talking with Catherine Bath, the Executive Director of Security on campus, Howard Raboy, Dr. Howard Raboy, a sociologist with an expertise in sexual assaults on college campuses, and attorney Larry DeMarco, who represents many rape victims. Also on the line with us is Stacy, a college student whose sexual assault case is about to go to trial. Stacy, I'm just guessing here. I've never met you, but my guess is the part of the trial that you're going to dread the most is the cross-examination by his lawyer.
Yes, absolutely.
What question do you not want to answer?
Well, the weird thing is that you spend a year and a half or 2 years before trial trying to forget something that is so critical to remembering in the trial. And it's just the details, and the hardest part will just be sitting across the courtroom from him.
Okay. But you're all set, you're psyched, you're ready to go?
Now or never. It's time.
Okay. Help me with this phenomena that even if Stacy were to go to trial and her accused rapist is acquitted, it's not done. It's not over.
That's correct.
You sue, who do you sue? You sue the rapist or you sue the school?
Both. However, a survivor gets more relief from suing the school because a college student doesn't know anything.
Doesn't have anybody. Okay. Let's take line one. Hi, Kelly. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Hi. My name is Kelly, and I wanted to know, I mean, like, in a situation like that, when you're drinking and you're, like, having a good time and you see situations are getting a little out of hand, why can't you get up and leave the situation?
Okay.
I mean, I don't drink. I just don't understand, like, that whole, I'm drinking and I'm with a male and things are getting out of hand. I think I need to leave. Where does that not come in at?
Okay.
I can answer that
Please
question.
do.
A lot of times the young women are so drunk that, you know, they can barely walk. And at that point, often often there's a plan or there's a room waiting. And at that point, and I don't think, at that point force is often used. They hold them down. They hold them down.
Okay, but you're talking about gang rape. I'm talking about this real...
No, I'm talking about gang rape or single rape.
Okay.
Force is used at some point.
Please give me something to hold on to in terms of legality. If a young woman is really bombed, to use the vernacular, are we saying to young men, you better not have sex with her because you can be charged with rape?
That's what we should be saying.
Absolutely. An unconscious victim can't consent, number one. And
what if she's conscious but she's hammered?
You still...
it's not
usually
legal
there's
consent.
signs. Usually there's signs that she's beyond the legal limit of not being able to consent.
Kelly, it's a real good question. But doctor, here's the problem. You've got college sophomores and juniors, and you're asking them to make a legal judgment that it takes a police officer out in the field 15 or 20 minutes to make. You have to walk the line, you have to touch your nose, you have to count backward. Only then, and use a breathalyzer, only then can a police officer determine that you're over the line. You're asking some high school or college junior or senior to make that same legal determination. You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Actually, how so, Catherine? How?
It's my understanding that in the LaSalle case that victim was throwing up. You have to be at least 0.2 BAC, which is 3 times the legal limit, to be throwing up.
Okay, let me just play devil's advocate. What if she had the stomach flu?
No, sorry.
And also the most dangerous time for a college female's first semester freshman year.
Okay. Let's take another call. Hi, Catherine, go ahead. You're on the air. Deborah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a question in defense of those who are accused. Obviously, you're talking about young men here who are also drinking in the setting that you're describing on campus, college campuses,
right,
and why the laws aren't necessarily structured to defend them, because you've got their pictures plastered all over the news, and what if they're innocent, and here we are, their reputations are tarnished potentially for their lifetimes?
I think it's a good question. I mean, you have a situation counselor where legally and ethically most journalists simply will not name the rape victim that's doing the accusing. Well, we will protect the rape victim's name.
Not only that,
But
This
boy,
is
we will put the accused rapist on the front page.
Well, the victim or the survivor has an emotional injury that lasts a lifetime. So you have a reputation, or you have someone who will not be able to have a healthy relationship because she doesn't trust men.
Stacy, how's this scarred you?
I think there are very few women who would go through a court process and not be telling the truth. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing to be gained. And just by me speaking out, and his picture was plastered places, as you said it, and over a dozen women have now come forward that the same guy has done it to them.
Okay.
Nothing bad can come out of it. I mean, and I think something I wanted to say before that everyone's forgetting is there's no reason a girl shouldn't have to prove that she's drunk. If someone doesn't hear, I want to do this, or if someone's not initiating sexual contact at the same time, it's not brain surgery.
Okay, Stacy, and just for the record, when you told this young man that you were uncomfortable with him continuing with the sexual exploits after just simple kissing, and he said, "Oh, come on, you're gonna have a good time." Did you attempt to leave the room?
When he was telling me that, he was already fully on top of me and whispering in my ear.
Okay. I wish you well. Final question, Catherine. How much do you fault the schools? Leave the kids here for a second. How much do you fault the schools for a lack of education, for a lack of education about alcohol?
Right.
And because, 3 out of 4 of these cases involve alcohol?
That is correct.
How much do you fault the schools?
We have to fault the schools. We have to look at them because they need to be educating their students much, much better. In fact, education should start in high school and junior high. Also, the schools need to put policies in place and they need to enforce them. They need to set a tone on campus that this kind of abuse of a dangerous drug, alcohol, is not a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, let's wake up. And it's not just on college campuses. It's kind of pervasive throughout society.
It really
There's
is.
things we need to do.
It is. My thanks to the three of you, and Stacy, the very best of luck to you in this trial that's coming up. I'm sure it's weighing very heavily on your mind.